Hi, good morning. How's it going? Welcome to Mason Arts at Home. My name is Brandon Shao. I am a Mason alum. I graduated from Mason in 2014, and I'm really excited to be here to perform for you all. As you all are jumping into this live, I hope that we can interact a bit. I have a pretty cool set waiting for you guys. But before we jump into that, I want to go over a few vocal tips and exercises that I've learned along the way, really starting at Mason when I was studying voice with Dr. Hurden, and then carrying on to be able to start my first performing career choice being a cruise ship performer. And after that, I was able to be on season 13 of NBC's The Voice. So we'll get to more details later around that, and hopefully you guys have questions. But let's just jump right into a little vocal warm-up before we get started. If you're at home and you're watching, I hope that you all just join me, and let's do this together. All right, let's get started. So before you perform, you want to make sure that you get yourself nice and loose. And for me, I always focus on the shoulders and the neck and the jaw because that's where I hold most of my tension. And I'm trying to work on bad habits, but I have learned myself a lot over the years as a performer. And the biggest thing for me is just loosening that tension. And for you, you want to make sure that you are as relaxed as possible because singing should be joyful, right? And if you're all tensed up and, it could come off a bit, angry or maybe even uncertain, right? So you want to make sure that you're physically nice and loose, so that your voice can also be nice and loose, okay? So after you feel nice and loose in your shoulders and in your neck and in your jaw, all right, you want to make sure that you loosen up your ribs. So we're just going to breathe in for 5 seconds and then hiss for 10 seconds, okay? So breathe in with me. Nice. And I'm just going to stand up so that you guys can see what I'm doing with my ribs. So I just kind of hug my ribs a little bit here, right? And you should feel them expand. So breathe in and out. Nice. Good job. I feel it. I feel that you guys are doing that at home. I appreciate the interaction and that you guys are just up making this happen, okay? So now that we physically feel ready to go, I'm going to go into a few vocal warm-ups, okay? So first, I like to start low in the chest, right? In the chest register. So I'm just going to start on a hum. So, right? And I like to encourage you to think of your mouth as being an open O, right? And then close that O. So when you hum, it should sound like this. Nice. And it's nice and resonant, right in this area. And it just feels nice and warm. Okay. So that's one of my favorite warm-ups to start with. Then I start to move through the different registers. So I'll do the same scale, but on a mi, ah. Okay. Mi, ah, mi, ah, mi, ah, mi, ah. Nice. Okay, so after we do that, I usually warm up between anywhere between 12 to 15 minutes, depending on how long I'm going to perform. And then I feel ready to go. So before I perform, I usually just kind of get into a bit of a zone, close my eyes, get myself in this space that I need to go into, and then it's go time. All right, so here we go. All right, so the first song I'm going to jump into is a little oldie but goodie. I've got sunshine on a cloudy day, and when it's cold outside, I've got the month of May. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? Well, it's my girl. Talking about my girl. I've got so much honey that the bees in me. I got a sweeter song, yeah, than the birds in the trees. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? Well, it's my girl. Talking about my girl. Ooh, yeah. Mm. Yeah. Everybody say, hey, hey, hey. Come on, sing along at home. Come on. Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, yeah. I don't need no money, fortune, or fame. I've got all the riches, baby, one man can claim. Well, I guess you say, what can make me feel this way? Well, it's my girl. Talking about my girl. Talking about my girl. My girl. And I've even got the month of May with my girl. Talking about my girl. Oh, my girl. Yeah. We're going to keep things going. All right. That was The Temptations. This next song is Perfect by Ed Sheeran. Hope you guys like it. I found a love for me. Darling, just dive right in. Follow my lead. I found a girl, yeah, beautiful and sweet. I never knew you were that someone waiting for me. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, not knowing what it was. I will not give you up. Yes, time, darling, just hold me close. Your heart is all I own, and in your eyes, you're holding mine. Maybe I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, yeah, listening to our favorite song. When I saw you in that dress, looking so beautiful, I don't deserve this, darling. You look perfect tonight. Well, I found a woman stronger than anyone I know. She shares my dreams, my hope that someday I'll share her home. I found love, yeah, to carry more than just my secrets, to carry love, to carry children of our own. 'Cause we were just kids when we fell in love, fighting against all odds. But I will not give you up this time. darling, just hold me close. I am your man, and in your eyes, you're mine. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When I saw you in that dress, looking so beautiful, I don't deserve this, darling. You look perfect tonight. Yeah. Oh, oh, oh. Baby, I'm dancing in the dark with you between my arms, barefoot on the grass, listening to our favorite song. When I saw you in that dress, looking so beautiful, I don't deserve this, darling. You perfect. I don't deserve this, darling. You look perfect tonight. Such a good song. I love that song. Hope you guys love it too. That was Ed Sheeran, Perfect. The next song is one of my favorite songs. It's called When I Was Your Man by Bruno Mars. Same bed, but it feels just a little bit bigger now. Our song on the radio, but it don't sound the same. When our friends talk about you, all it does is just tear me down. My heart breaks a little when I hear your name. It all just sounds like ooh, ooh, too young, too dumb to realize that I should have bought you flowers and held your hand. Should have gave you all my hours when I had the chance. Take you to every party, 'cause all you wanted to do was dance. Now my baby's dancing, but she's dancing with another man. My pride, my ego, my needs, and my selfish ways could cause a good, strong woman like you to walk out my life. Now I never get to clean up the mess I made. Oh, and it haunts me every time I close my eyes. It all just sounds like ooh. Ooh, too young, too dumb to realize that I should have bought your silence and held your hand. Should have given you all my time when I had the chance. Take you to every party, 'cause all you wanted to do was dance. Now my baby's dancing, but she's dancing with another man. Although it hurts, yeah, I'll be the first to say that I was wrong. Oh, I know I'm probably much too late to try and apologize for my mistakes, but I just want you to know I Hope he buys you flowers. Hope he holds your hand. Give you all his hours when he has the chance. Take you to every party, 'cause I remember how much you love to dance. Do all the things I should have done when I was your man. Do all the things I should have done when I was your man. Thank you. Yeah. This next song is Georgia on My Mind by Ray Charles. Georgia, Georgia, yeah. The whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. I said now, Georgia, ooh, Georgia, song of you, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, yeah. Still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you, yeah. Georgia, ooh, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind, yeah. Other arms reach out to me, other eyes smile tenderly, yeah. Still in peaceful dreams I see the road leads back to you. Oh, Georgia, Georgia, no peace I find, just an old sweet song, oh, keeps Georgia on my mind, on my mind. Just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind. Oh yeah. Yeah. Cool. Got one more song by one of my favorite artists. Happy birthday, Stevie Wonder. Doing a little superstition to end things off. Come on, guys. Dance with me at home. Come on. Yeah. Ooh, I'm very superstitious. The writing's on the wall. Very superstitious. The ladder's bound to fall. 13-month-old baby, yeah, broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck, the good things in your past, yeah. When you believe in things that you don't understand, and you suffer, yeah. Superstition ain't the way. No, 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 no. Ooh, very superstitious. Wash your face and hands, yeah. Rid me of the problems. Do all that you can, yeah. Keep me in the daydream, yeah. Keep me going strong. You don't want to save me, yeah. Sad as my song, yeah. When you believe in things that you don't understand and you suffer, hey, yeah. Superstition ain't the way, no, yeah. Superstition ain't the way, no, no, no. Yeah, yeah. Ooh, very superstitious. Nothing more to say. Very superstitious. The devil's on his way. 13-month-old baby, oh, broke the looking glass. 7 years of bad luck, the good things in your past. Yeah, when you believe in things that you don't understand and you suffer, hey, yeah, yeah. Superstition ain't the way, no, 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 na, na, na. Oh, yeah. Ooh, no, no, no. Come on, dance if you're home. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Oh. Yeah. That was too much fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. So yeah, I just wanted to do a few of my favorite songs. I wanted to kind of mesh the two together, some oldies, you know, touching a little bit of the Motown era, and then doing some pop songs that I personally enjoy doing. So yeah, now at this point, if you guys have some questions that you might want to ask me, anything is fine. Just please pop them in here, and I'd love to answer a few of your questions. So yeah. Cool. So as the questions are coming in, I do want to mention, if you guys want to just kind of follow me and see what I'm doing, as you see here, my website is linked there, bshao.com. That's short for brandonshao.com, as well as my Instagram, which is just my first and last name, Brandon Shao. For Facebook, if you guys would like to follow me there and kind of see what I'm doing and what's happening, my Facebook is Brandon Shao Music. Yeah. And for Twitter, which I'm kind of on, but not so much. Whenever I guess I have a thought or two that I want to share. But for Twitter, it's just Brandon_Shao. So yeah, I do want to kind of talk about, you know, my thinking around my voice type and why I selected the songs that I picked. And I hope that you guys are fine with that. So I'm a tenor, have been a tenor, probably will continue to be a tenor. And I'm proud of that. I'm good with that, you know? So being a tenor and singing pop music is not a bad thing, and it's been good to me. So I try to go for artists that whose lyrics I can personally connect with, and then whose vocal ranges make sense for me. But I am known to, change up the key a bit if I just love a song and it doesn't necessarily sit right in my voice. So I don't believe, well, I did change maybe a key or maybe one key in one of these songs, but the Stevie song I decided to do in its original key, which definitely stretches the voice a bit, but I wanted to make sure that I was sitting nicely and being a bit comfortable in what I was doing. So yeah, if you guys again have any questions that you want to just pop in the chat in this Facebook Live, please do so. And I'd love to answer any questions that you guys have. Perfect. Seemed that there was a bit of an issue with the link, but I think we're figuring it out. So hopefully you guys are getting that. And again, this is the time. Please ask me any questions. I'm seeing that you guys should just go on over to Facebook. So hop on over to Facebook if you are not there right now. And yeah, ask me any questions. But if you guys don't have any questions, I will talk a little bit about life at Mason as a voice major, and then a little bit about life after Mason. So again, when I went to Mason, I graduated in 2014, and I was studying voice, but also majoring in English. And kind of balancing the two was it was a challenge, but thankfully the staff in the School of Music, they were very supportive and always were supportive, and I appreciate that. So I was able to learn a lot about myself classically. My voice teacher, Dr. Hurden, gave me the opportunity to go and tap into what I really love to do, which is musical theater, and that was always fun. So when I was about to graduate, I began to go on what I called, when I was about to graduate, I began to go on what I call like an audition spree. And I auditioned for military bands, I auditioned for Broadway shows, I auditioned for cruise ships, and what I landed was a cruise ship. So I was grateful to go on and perform on Royal Caribbean's cruise ships as one of the vocal performing production crew people, So I lived on the ship for about 8 months out of the year, which was crazy. Came back, which brings me to The Voice. So I spent a long time, like maybe about 1.5 to 2 years, training specifically for The Voice, studying the show. I had my pop and R&B voice teacher help me out because that was the genre of choosing that I was going to do on the show. And I auditioned twice before I was actually pushed through, but every time I auditioned, I made it further and further. So I do want to encourage all of you who are, current performers or aspiring performers, keep going, keep auditioning, keep doing it. My time on The Voice was great. I was on Team Adam Levine, and I think that his style and his experience was the best fit for me. And yeah, I got a lot of good experiences and made a lot of good friends while I was on the show. So now I'm actually working on original music, and I'm excited about that because it's mine, right? It's cool to sing covers and other people's music, but this is mine. It's my baby, and I'm excited to share that with you all. So again, be sure to continue to follow me on social media platforms so that I can give you that music and you guys will know what's happening and stay up to date on everything. So thank you for that question. And I do want to say, make sure you guys check out tonight. There's going to be another great performance by Caroline. So 7 o'clock tonight, please go and support her. I know that she's going to bring it and have a great show. Again, this has been so much fun, you guys. If you do have any other questions, if you're not watching this live and you're watching it later, just go ahead and pop questions in on Facebook, and I will be sure at some point today to jump in there and respond because I just want to make sure I'm interacting with you guys and I'm showing how grateful I am of you to just give me this time. So with that, please make sure you all are being safe, staying healthy, keeping your friends and your families close during this time, and just know that we're going to get through this and everything's going to be all good. Thank you so much, guys. It's been a pleasure Take care and have a good one.